Have you ever noticed Taurus becomes wealthy in such a quiet way? No loud boasting, no rushing to prove anything. And yet, every step they take seems to pull destiny toward them. Slow, steady, and irreversible. Today, we'll walk through 12 signs that Taurus will one day become rich, told in a mystical tone, as if illuminated by Nostradamus. Not rigid prophecies, but soul-coded messages about character, good karma, and endurance. Look closely, because sign Hashon will be the deepest touch, carrying a life lesson tender enough to soften your heart. Before we begin, share your zodiac sign plus birth date in the comments. I love reading them like watching little candles light up a community. Now, let's begin. Reason 12. Taurus turns steadfastness into an invisible treasure. Taurus was never born to chase luck. You were born to remain with a path when others abandon it, to remain with a value when the world begins to doubt it. And that very act of remaining persistent, quiet, needing no witness, becomes an invisible treasure that time itself cannot take away. There is something ancient living inside Taurus's steadfastness, like a soul that has passed through many lifetimes, understanding that everything truly worthy needs time to mature. You don't sow a seed and demand a harvest. You tend the soil, keep it moist, shield the young sprout from harsh winds. When the flower blooms, it is not luck, it is the result of loyalty to your own truth. Taurus's wealth does not come from dramatic leaps. It comes from the days that look uneventful, when nothing seems to change, yet you still choose what is right. This teaches us a rare lesson. In a world addicted to speed, patience is a form of courage. And courage, when held long enough, transforms into prosperity. Taurus heals the world simply by reminding us. You do not have to outrun anyone to arrive. You only have to refuse to abandon your own soul, and the path will open on its own. Reason 11. Taurus's loyalty is the compass that leads to abundance. Taurus is loyal, not because you fear losing something. You are loyal because you understand the worth of devotion to a person, an ideal, a vocation, or a promise. Once Taurus chooses, you do not choose halfway. And in a world full of fractures, that loyalty becomes a rare form of power. People may underestimate this in the beginning, but time does not. Time sees Taurus staying when everything becomes difficult. It sees you keeping your word when no one is watching. It sees you refusing to betray your values just to gain short-term rewards. And time always knows how to return the favor. The loyalty of Taurus creates a very special field of energy. Others feel safe near you. They trust you. And that trust opens doors that do not open for the clever, but for the steady-hearted, who can be entrusted with more. Deep within, Taurus carries a quiet, emotional strength. You do not need to display it. You love deeply, you hurt deeply, and you commit deeply. This heals you first because you never have to live a double life with the world. And then, through a gentle kind of karmic grace, wealth finds its way to you, not because you chased it, but because you have become a place worthy of its staying. Reason 10. Taurus builds the ground before reaching the summit. Taurus is never bewitched by the stage lights. You are drawn to the foundation. While many chase the peak in haste, Taurus quietly measures the earth, mixes the mortar, and sets each brick exactly where it belongs. You understand an ancient truth. Anything meant to stand for a long time must rest on a depth that can hold it. There is something deeply healing in the way Taurus works with life. You never gamble everything on a single impulsive moment. You accumulate money, skills, credibility, good habits like a gardener who patiently waters the same tree day after day. When the winds rise, the roots do not lift. And when opportunity arrives, those same roots are ready to drink in whatever nourishment appears. The lesson lives here, light yet profoundly real. Safety is not the opposite of wealth. It is the condition that makes lasting wealth possible. Taurus neither lets fear take the wheel nor allows ambition to blind the heart. You choose the quieter road, the longer road, and it is precisely this length that gives your success its soul. The world may never witness the days you kneel to build your foundation, but time sees, and time, once it trusts you, will place a summit in your hands that never requires trembling to hold. Reason 9. Taurus feels deeply but not chaotically. You love deeply, you hurt deeply, and you possess the capacity to bear that depth. In a fragile world, Taurus's emotional strength resembles a great lake. A still surface, a profound bottom, wide enough to mirror the sky without being clouded by passing winds. You do not erupt to release your feelings. You digest them. You sit with your sorrow, listen to it, draw from it the wisdom it came to offer. Because of this, Taurus rarely makes decisions in the middle of a storm. You wait for the water to settle, then you step. Wealth is often born from choices like these, slow, clear, and laced with compassion for your own soul. This emotional strength is healing for those around you. In the presence of Taurus, people feel safe, not judged, not rushed. And when a person feels safe, they open to trust, to collaboration, to the opportunities that only bloom in environments where the heart can breathe. This is a form of social capital far richer than money. Taurus teaches us this. Wealth is not only the accumulation of things, but the ability to stay at peace when life tilts off balance. Whoever keeps their peace keeps their judgment. And the right judgment, repeated over time, becomes a life that is full in the wallet and in the heart. Reason 8. Taurus knows how to be still in chaos, and that is a power. When the world changes seasons too quickly, Taurus does not panic. You remain grounded, not because you are numb to what shifts around you, but because you refuse to let the shifting world steal the axis of your being. There is a rare strength in this, the strength of someone who cannot be dragged out of themselves no matter how loudly circumstances turn. Taurus carries this strength like an ancient seal. You do not resist change, but you do not dissolve into it either. You adjust your breath, observe, and choose your next step with quiet clarity. It is this calmness that protects Taurus from reckless decisions, the kind that have cost many people both their money and their direction. In the storm, you are the anchor, and the anchor does not chase the waves. The lesson behind this reason is tender. The ability to stay still is the foundation of long-term prosperity. When you do not panic, you see clearly. When you see clearly, you choose well. And when you choose well enough times, abundance emerges naturally, without needing to be forced. Taurus heals the world through this steady presence. Simply by being there, calm, without judgment, you teach others how to stand firm. And blessings, like water, always gather where the earth is strong enough to hold them. Reason 7. Taurus creates wealth through the energy of safety and trust. There are people who make us tense, and there are people who make us exhale. Taurus belongs to the second kind. Your energy is never loud, sharp, or demanding. It is warm, it is steady. It makes others feel, I can place my trust here. That trust is an invisible asset, yet immeasurably valuable. In business, in collaboration, in life, people offer opportunities to the places where they feel safe. Taurus never needs to advertise that they are trustworthy. You simply live that truth. You keep your word. You stay consistent. You do not change colors for short-term gain. And the world remembers. The emotional strength of Taurus lies in this. You do not manipulate to be trusted. You deserve to be trusted. Because of that, the opportunities that come your way often carry the qualities of longevity, stability, and quiet worth. This is the kind of wealth that never drains the soul. The quiet lesson here is, when you become a place of safety for others, life becomes a place of abundance for you. Taurus does not grow rich by rushing, but by being reliable. And in a world full of uncertainty, reliability is gold. Reason 6. Taurus does not chase money, they walk with value. Taurus has a very different relationship with money. You do not see money as a destination, but as a companion on the path of living in alignment with your values. When the world rushes, Taurus chooses meaningful work. When others panic over scarcity, you quietly ask, is this sustainable? This way of seeing has already shaped your destiny. Taurus does not pour energy into short-lived races. You invest in what nourishes over time. Real skills, real relationships, real reputation. Money does not arrive through pressure, but through resonance. It stays because it is used with intention. There is a deeply human lesson hidden here. When people stop being desperate for money, money stops running from them. Taurus works with a serenity that is rare. You do not need to prove your wealth, you simply honor your own effort. And that very attitude opens steady streams of prosperity that do not flare wildly, yet never run dry. Taurus heals society by reminding us, wealth is not possession. It is the ability to live fully with what we create. Reason 5. Taurus accumulates blessings by giving quietly. Taurus never gives to be acknowledged. You give because you cannot bear to watch someone stand alone when you still have the strength to help. There is something deeply rooted in the Taurus heart, a practical, quiet compassion, free of noise and display. You help in the most human ways, keeping your promises, protecting someone when they have no voice, offering support at the right moment, and then stepping back. These acts may not bring immediate reward, but they plant enduring seeds in your field of energy. Time remembers. People remember. And life remembers. Taurus's blessings do not fall from the sky. They accumulate. Each time you choose kindness over detachment, each time you choose loyalty over abandonment, you are sending a clear message to the universe. I am a place where blessings can stay. The healing lesson here is this. Giving does not make Taurus poorer. It makes you feel safer in the world. And when a person feels safe, they open their heart to opportunity, to collaboration, to abundance. Wealth comes to Taurus as if returning to land that has been tended for a very long time, no invitation needed, only an open door. Reason 4. Taurus turns pain into wisdom, not bitterness. Taurus is not someone who does not hurt. You are simply someone who feels the ache for a long time, yet never allows it to distort who you are. When betrayed, abandoned, or disappointed, Taurus does not rush to retaliate. You step back, fall quiet, and observe your own heart. And in that silence, wisdom begins to rise. Every wound in a Taurus is processed through emotional depth. You neither bury it nor display it for the world to see. You digest it slowly, gently, and because of that, you learn to see people more clearly, to see life with sharper truth, and to see yourself with greater compassion. This maturity protects Taurus from repeating the kind of mistakes that make many people poorer, not only in fortune, but in soul. The human lesson here is this. Lasting abundance only arrives to those who refuse to let the past dictate their future. Taurus does not use suffering as an identity. You use it as a foundation. And when the foundation is deep enough, the achievements built upon it do not easily collapse. Taurus heals the world by proving this simple truth. Gentleness is not weakness, and depth is not despair. It is the strength of someone who has walked through darkness and still kept their humanity. Reason 3. Taurus carries the energy that attracts blessings, wealth, and opportunity. Some people work harder and grow more tense, and there are others whose very presence calls opportunity toward them. Taurus belongs to the second group. Your energy is slow, steady, reliable. It feels like fertile soil. People want to invest in it, want to stay, want to commit for the long road. Taurus does not attract with fancy promises. You attract with consistency. Others sense that you do not change yourself for short-term gain. And in a world filled with uncertainty, consistency becomes a powerful magnet. Wealth, opportunity, and good relationships all gravitate toward places that feel safe. This power is subtle. It does not explode. It accumulates. Each time you choose rightly, each time you hold your values firm, your energetic field thickens a little more. One day, you realize you no longer need to search for opportunity. Opportunity searches for you. The lesson rests here, like a quiet whisper. When you live steady, life sends you steady things. Taurus does not need to prove you are worthy of abundance. You become the kind of person abundance longs to remain with. Reason 2. Taurus gives first, and the universe remembers for a long time. Taurus does not give with the hope of being repaid. You give because you understand the nature of fullness. Once you are grounded enough, you naturally want to share without noise, without keeping score, without needing to be seen. One moment standing by the weaker person. One moment keeping a promise even when it costs you. One moment helping someone through a hard chapter, then quietly stepping away. It is precisely those unseen acts that the universe remembers most clearly. Taurus accumulates blessings in the most enduring way, through consistent action and a heart free of ulterior motives. You do not build your life upon cold calculation. You build it upon kindness with boundaries, giving without losing yourself. There is a healing truth here. When a person does not clamp their heart shut out of fear of loss, life opens doors that money can never buy. Taurus creates a network of goodwill, trust. In time, these become opportunities, supporters, and those perfectly timed moments of good fortune. Taurus does not realize you are sowing blessings when you give. But one day, you look around and see you have never walked the road to prosperity alone. And that is the moment abundance begins to look like grace, not merely reward. Reason 1. Taurus believes in what is real and dares to live fully by it. This is the deepest reason, and also the most sacred. Taurus does not believe in shortcuts. You believe in what is real. Real effort, real emotion, real connection, real achievement. In a world growing more artificial by the day, choosing to live truthfully is an act of courage. And Taurus carries that courage quietly. You never announce it, you simply live it. Day after day. You do not betray yourself for quick gains. You do not trade your inner peace for a fleeting spotlight. You choose a path that may be slower, but one that never tears your soul apart. And that choice creates a powerful field of energy. The energy of someone who knows who they are and has no need to pretend. The greatest lesson lives here. Like a soft message whispered to all of us. True and lasting abundance comes only to those who do not turn their backs on their own values. Taurus becomes prosperous not because you want more than others, but because you live deeply enough to be worthy of what life entrusts to you. And when money finds its way to Taurus, it does not arrive to test you. It arrives to stay. Because you have proven, through a lifetime of steadiness, that you are a safe place for abundance, both in your wallet and in your heart. Ending Taurus is extraordinary, not because they are luckier, but because they are steadier, deeper, and truer. They remind us that wealth is not merely a number, it is the peace that rises when you know you have never betrayed your own soul. And if you are a Taurus, or you love a Taurus, remember this: your groundedness is not just your strength, it is the quiet gift you offer to the ones who love you.